So, in the next one, now we talked of the avasthatraya viveka. There is the discrimination of the three states of life. Now, in the next one, this is called the shariratraya viveka. We have got three bodies, and the God is not in any of these three bodies. He is beyond the three bodies, that is the Atman. Atman has no connection with the body at all. So now you are imagining a connection with the body. The electricity has got no connection with the bulb. At any time it can get out, it can come. It is not keeping it bound, but you think this body is keeping bound. So this we have to find out, that I am not the ignorance. I am the Atman who is always all light of knowledge. And I am not this gross body. The gross body will die, but this I never dies. I exist, I am. Nobody ever says, oh, I have ceased to exist. Nobody can say that. I cease to exist. She continues to exist. So, that sort of a thing, that aham or that Atman is different from all the three shariras. So that is called the Shariratraya Viveka. That she gives it here. Trishuddhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet tebhyo vilakshanas sakshi chinmatroham sadashivaha. How did you get these bodies at all? The bodies are the result of karmas. You did something, and you have to reap the results in future. So that karma itself raises a particular body. A body is suitable to reap the effect of our karmas. I did something so bad in my next birth, I have to get leprosy. So I have to get a body which will not be immune to leprosy, where the leprosy can easily enter in. So whatever karma you have done in the past, your body is suitable to enjoy the results, the good results and the bad results. So it is the karma which takes it. The day the karmas are lost and exhausted, no more karma is done. When you are doing anything, saying it's all Krishnarpanamastu, it is all dedicated to the Lord Krishna, nothing is mine, nothing is mine. That from that day onwards, neither the good catches you nor the bad catches you. Whatever you have done, you exhaust it in that birth or so, over, then you are out. So she says, this is Shariratraya Viveka. What are the Shariratraya? One is the gross body called Sthula Sharira. The other one is that which consists of the 8 things. As I said, the 4 antakarnas. There is mana, buddhi, chitta, the mind stuff, the intellect, and that ahankara or the ego. Then these 5 karmendriyas, 5 senses of action, 5 senses of perception. So all these things together, there are 8 categories I told that day.
Right, yes.
So they become the Sushma Sharira. They go from body to body. The power of all these. See, the Indriya doesn't mean the eye doesn't go. The power behind the eye goes. The power behind the smelling power goes. The hearing power goes. So they are all being carried forward from one to another.
So even though you lose the individual body, the power that motivated the body
exactly,
moves
that
to the
goes.
next
It is
body.
that which goes. It doesn't go actually. It makes the illusion of going and taking up a body. When the illusion ends, that Atman alone which was there, which remained. There is no going or coming for the Atman. So that going and coming is only illusion. Just as when you went to Tiruvannamalai from here by air, you never moved an inch. You were there. But it is the airplane which went from this airfield to that airfield.
Right.
It is there. But you got the illusion as if you are moving. You say, I moved from Mysore to Tiruvannamalai. That's what happened. So this is only at a lower level of analogy. The analogy cannot be full. Just to make it understandable. That's why this analogy. No analogy can fully explain any of the philosophies. They are all only partially. Partially they can satisfy. So Trishuddhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet. So the 3 shelters, dhama means the dwelling place. The dwelling place is the Atman. The 3 dwelling places are these 3 bodies. So these 3 bodies, why did you take? Only for reaping or experiencing the good and bad reactions of the actions you did. So that means you are doing a bhoga. So, here there are three things in this body. The one who experiences, then the experience, then the object which is experienced. So the object which is to be experienced, whose enjoyment you want to have. Say, you take a delicious food. The delicious food becomes a bhogya, that which is to be enjoyed. Then I am going to enjoy it. With this body I am going to take it and you say, oh, it's so nice, so nice. I would like to have one more course. So you are the bhokta or you are the experiencer. We call it the enjoyer. So enjoyer means, we mean experience, because it is not only joy, it may be sorrow also. So we don't want to use the word of enjoyer, even though the word enjoyer we understand it better. But actually it is the experiencer, because it could be sorrow, it could be joy. So that's why we call it experiencer. Then wherever you put it, you have that act of experience. It is an act of experience which links the item, the object of experience with the subject. So all these three which is in this body, somebody is subject to misery. So the misery is the bhogya, the object to be experienced. And you get it. So me, Shantananda, I am enjoying the result. I am feeling that misery. So in between, that act of experience is there, which there is the mentally, I am taking that misery is due to me from that, like that. It is only a mental link. So that is there. All these three, they are not God. The one who looks at them all, the one who sees you enjoying the karma, you are experiencing misery, you are experiencing the joy, the one who is looking at them as a sakshi, the seer, the witness, he is that Lord. He is all consciousness. Out of his consciousness, when that consciousness got mixed up with illusory objects which have been created, there is no object at all, there is only a subject. To the illusion, this subject itself appeared as various objects. And he appeared as some objects which you like, some objects which you dislike. Some as your enemies, some as your friends. You are enjoying the friendship of a friend, you are disliking and you are absolutely repulsed with your enemy. All these things are go on. The one who sees all these things, who has no likes or dislikes, who has nothing to do, who is himself the misery, who is himself the link with the misery, the experience, who is himself experiencing it through the Atman, it is he. So he is different from these all. He is only a sakshi. He is there, and these are all illusions which are taking place in his presence. There is there. And who is he? Chinmatroham. And that I, the Atman, I am only consciousness alone. I am pure consciousness. So what is pure consciousness? Pure consciousness is that where there is no object to be seen, where all the objects have got dissolved into the subject, the subject alone remains. That is called the pure consciousness. Now the consciousness which you are having, where the illusory objects are mixed up, so this is not the pure consciousness, it is an impure consciousness. The external consciousness is an impure consciousness, where there is nothing external, you are seeing external. So as it has been polluted by the external side.
Let me try to understand in a capsule. Once the field becomes one with the knower of the field, that's liberation but not realization. The final is the grace of God does it. But once you experience all as one, there's another step.
This experience cannot come without the grace of God. When this experience had come that I am that sakshi, I am not either, you are that final state, that is the final state, and that is what is called liberation. Liberation, they say, is Atman alone is liberation. Liberation is not an action. Even though Shan, T-I-O-N, it denotes an action, there is no other word we are using it. Actually, moksha is Atman, Atman is moksha. To become the Atman, to be the Atman, not become, to remain as the Atman, to understand I am the Atman, to be the Atman, because there is nobody to understand also. So you are the Atman at that time, nothing external pollutes it, and that is the final liberation. So this has all come through the grace, all through that.
So the grace is there at the
The
beginning.
grace is there from the beginning, the grace is there till it reaches when you find the Atman. Then everything ceases at that stage.
And so long you expect grace, then a receiver is still there.
The receiver is still there. So as
So
such,
there
all
you
these
see.
things happens because of that only you began to discriminate. This Viveka came because of that.
Right.
So when the Viveka came, then you know that I am different. Even then the temptation will not go, I am that, give me 2 more jalebis, please, you'll be asking. That means it is only verbal, it has not, that conviction has not gone into yourself.
Right.
So again through the grace only you get the vairagya from all those things. Through the Viveka, the vairagya comes. Hey, what is the use of all these things? These are all temporary, these are all Atman, I don't want them. So even though it is not specifically mentioned here, it is mentioned in other places, vairagya is implicit. Through Viveka only it comes. When you think that everything is good, then you will not discriminate, you will eat all and then you will suffer. Whereas you know this is all good, then you will leave off the other ones, then automatically the vairagya comes in between. And finally you reach that Atman. Atman is the, we call him as the God. So when you become the Atman, then all effort cease, there is nobody to make an effort, there is no sadhak, there is no further grace, you are that.
And there is the grace maker is also not there, and the grace receiver is also
All these
not there.
things, finally it goes at that stage. It goes at the last stage, you alone remain. But till that time, as you are in Maya, you are seeing a staircase, the staircase remains, the stairs remain, and the number of steps are too much, so you feel, how will I transfer? So the Lord in His grace, He may even give you a crane where from He will lift you up straight even, or part of the way He may carry you and put you, now the rest you come up, so you can't do anything.
But the one thing that remains is the longing.
Yes.
When true sadhanas are engaged, longing is there.
Yes.
When it stops, it's full.
See, it is the longing which connects you with the grace. The grace is always flowing. The grace is always flowing. At no time, it's no question of starting, there is no question of when, it's always flowing. As Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, the wind is always blowing, but you have to set sail and take the ship towards the direction in which the wind is blowing, then you take out the sails and it is blown in that wind alone.
In that case, 100% conviction is automatically moksha, 100% grace and all that. That's all. It is 100% conviction is that.
100% grace is 100% conviction. Then 100% conviction means immediately the conviction goes, the grace
Yes,
goes,
yes.
only He alone remains. That's all. See, all these three are simultaneously taking place.
And longing is, it presupposes a body.
It presupposes what? Because we are a body, otherwise there is no sadhana at all, there is no sadhak at all. See, if at the very beginning you are aware of it, you don't do anything at all. So long as the body remains, body feeling remains, then you can take the help of a God, you can take the help of His grace, and that is one of the best ways to reach. But people who are already matured in the previous verse, they will start direct. They may not come this way at all. It doesn't mean that this path is wrong, it doesn't mean the other path is wrong. And there will be 100 other ways which we do not even know. So all the paths can take. Chinmatroham Sadashivaha. So I am somebody who is distinct from all these three bodies. I am distinct from the experiencer, experience and the object to be experienced. I am only the witness and I am only the pure consciousness and Sadashivaha. Objects, you may think they may do good, they may do harm also. So in the object there will be things which may give good and bad. Something which is good now, I like jalebi, it is very good, I take it and I take 20 of them and I get stomachache. So that has become that. In Gita it has been explained, these things, that pariname amritamiva. See, something, it looks, it is very difficult now, I am torturing, oh my Lord, God is torturing me in this sort of sadhana and all that.
What is that?
Parinama, the end is amrita. The end is you are getting nectar. So all torture is worth it. That is there. Something it looks like amrita, you immediately take it, it is going to, it is more than a poison. It has only got it is amrita in the sheep's clothing. That is there.
Right.
So that is how. So in the same way he says, Chinmatram Sadashiva. I am always beneficial to all. Sadashiva, Sarvatha Mangalasmi. I am the one who bestows ask anybody. That is all. So I am that Atman who is always good only. There is nothing bad in me. So there is nothing to become in me. All these things are included in the word Sadashiva. When you say I am always good, so where is the question of improvement or anything? So there is no becoming at all. I am that being. That's all. And at that stage, there is no question of good or bad. There is no question of Mahatma and ordinary man. There is no difference at all. There is only one which is always good only. So there is nothing to be improved further. It is perfect. So Sadashiva includes all these things. Mayyeva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahma advayam asmi aham. Now, at that stage, we will know, or we can also think of this. It is I as the Atman. It is I who created the world. When the I came, the world came after that. So it is I who created it. In sleep, neither the feeling of the ego that I was there nor the world was there. The moment that Atman became manifest outside as I, then this entire world came. So the entire world was created out of me. The entire world is established and being sustained by me. Why it is going on so much, again and again this world is going on? Because he is there in it. So it is his power which sustains it, which makes the dream go for 20 years, 80 years, 90 years. It goes. Pratishtitam means it is established in me. That means I am the substratum on which the world exists and subsists. So that is it. Mai sarvam layam yati. Finally, the entire world disappears into me. The dream was started by you. The dream world was created by you. The dream world, all the events were going on for half an hour, the dream was going on. It was because of you. You took interest, you sustained it. You sustained it. The day you withdrew your interest, then where is the mind? The mind is the dreamer. So the dream disappears, only the dreamer alone remains. You wake up. That's all. So my sarvam layam yati. All these things are dissolved in me. Tad brahma advayam asmiham. I am that Brahman. I am that Brahman who creates this entire illusion of a world being created, the world being sustained, and the world being finally destroyed. So Tad Brahma. Then Advayam. There are no two Brahmans. I am the Brahman who is second to none. I am the only one of its kind. There is no second sample like me. If you say, yeah, you are the Brahman, can I have one sample? To see what is the Brahman, I am sorry. I am the only sample, I am the only product. That's all. Either you take me or not, I am sorry, I can't give you a sample. That's all. Tad Brahma Advayam Asmi Aham. I am the Brahman and I am second to none. I am unique. See, these are all very good for called Brahmanusandhana. Brahmanusandhana. Meditating on the Brahman continuously, thinking of him. So, if some of these slokas we get it by heart, this is what we do. We sit, we say, Mayyeva sakalam jatam. So, along with the meaning, you go on thinking of it. So, this sloka alone can take you also, just like any prayers. So, these are all meant for the Brahmanusandhana. That's all. And similarly, when you sit, doing intellectually the discrimination between the three bodies or the three states, that is different. Don't do any discrimination. Simply sit. The waking state, I say that I am the doer, I go, I do this. That is who is the one who impels me to do. Where from that energy came. And that energy was not me, this Shantananda. There is energy which helps all. There is energy which is behind all the beings. That I am. That I am. So I am not the waking state person. So I am different from you. The dream was created by me. But there was one who was looking at the entire dream. Who was he? It was not Shantananda. Shantananda was not aware of his body. That is the Atman that I have. So you go on thinking of it daily, for 1 hour daily, we can reach. One of them will do, and then the mind wants variety, so go on repeating one after another. In each you delve for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So these are all the methods. It can be used for either purpose.
Along with your japa also we can think these lines. Along with our japa also we can think in these lines.
You see, the point is this, Vichara Marga is different, Japa Marga is different. So, when you are going into two different ways, you can't put one foot on one and one foot on another. At the most, what you can do is, sometimes you can use, even that is not strictly speaking correct. Because, what do you mean? You are going halfway and you are going to come back and go in the other one for some time. So, it is not possible at all. So, this is for people who want to go by the Vichara Marga, the path of discrimination, the path of contemplation. For them it is there. And when you go by japa, 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 a day will come where you will reach the same state which you will reach with this. A state will come where you are not aware of the body sense will go, the japa will go, you will go. That's all. That which always remains will only remain. After 3 hours you wake up, you are very happy, you don't know what happened, but you never slept.
That is, instead of, you don't even have to think, but the stage, you will reach the stage.
You will reach the stage. The question of, the moment you think, you are putting a spoke.
All the road lead there.
That's all. Never think, never expect, because there is nothing to be obtained. It is all that only. So the more you are thinking, you are shedding all those dust. That is all. So you cannot do anything now. There is nothing to be done. So that's all. But if you are doing by this way, yes, you are doing, because you are still having the body. So you feel that you have to work for taking away the vasanas, you have to work to take away the impurities. This is another method. So by both methods you can do. The one method says, it never existed, so you continue to believe it, it never existed, the impurities go away. The other one is, it looks real to me, so I make all efforts to remove it, and then you become that. So you can't mix up both. That is that. हाँ चलेंगे ठीक है This does not say what is moksha. You only read this Upanishad daily and understand, you remain in those thoughts, then you get only Kaivalya. That's all. That is why it is called the Kaivalya Upanishad.
Just Kaivalya.
That's all.
So it is better not to club the japa.
It is not a question of better. You cannot club two different ways. One path is there, one path is 100 kilometers off. You cannot club. It is not a question of better not to club the two ways. You cannot.
So even just now and then having a thought of aham brahmasmi.
See, what will happen? What will happen? All the people I know, many of these people, they started with God only. Ma Anandami started with Krishna. My Gurudev was 100% was Krishna. You understand? And there was a day, afterwards when he went to study the Vedanta and all these things in Uttar Kashi, under one Swami, he says one day, the book which had come for 25 years within the Bhagavata, the book was not available. The book itself went away. So that day came. That is all. And there was a time when he saw, in the morning when he went to take flowers from a tree, she couldn't touch them. He was just standing stunned. Every leaf was a Krishna who was just hanging down. Every flower was a Krishna. She could see nothing but Krishna. And there he says, it looked that as if I was at last admitted to the Parliament of the Lord. The description he has given in his this thing. There is that. I have been elected to the Parliament of the God, or Parliament of the Lord. So that day comes automatically. So I started only with this thing. I shunned Vedanta. I disliked Vedanta. I never wanted to touch it even. But it came to me automatically. And today, the one comes as easily as the other.
And that is why the Vedanta Shabda is justified automatically.
See, the one comes as easily as the other. When I talked about Lord Krishna in Bhagavata, I became Krishna. There I was weeping inside. And when I tell this Upanishad, I become the Brahman. So, it's all automatic. That is there. But all the people, and Aurobindo started with Krishna only, in that way, even though he went to that other god. But even then he retained a little. He was always talking of the mother, the supramental power of the mother. So these things were there. He never left it. Bhagavan Ramana, in spite of all his 100% Vedanta, he has written so many books on Arunachala, and then he says, "Oh Arunachala, you only seduced me and brought me here, you have left me here alone and gone away. Is it fair on your part?" So is it Vedanta? Not at all.
No. So, some saints say that Jnani is the best devotee and best devotee is the real Jnani. Oh Maharaj.
Thinking about it. Either you think that it is the body which dies, it is the bulb which dies, the electricity continues, whichever bulb comes it goes in it, no problem. Or the other way to think is, the Lord is there, He has put me in this world, and where do I die? I go back to Him, I go back to the Lord, and with the Lord. There is another consolation. If we are less conditioned, if we are less intelligent, we would rather believe in it, and that would be the greatest force against the Marana Bhaya. Unfortunately, we are so intelligent, we are so educated, we are not prepared to believe that too. We think it's a fiction. Oh God, He will take me and keep me by His side. No, I am going to die, man. I don't know where I will go. You are prepared to believe in a hell, but you are not prepared to believe in a God's colony where you will become saved.
But the thing that amazes me, not amazed, the thing that I was contemplating, was that no matter how far along, how much progress one has made in spiritual life, the fear of death will overwhelm all of that momentum.
You may do any amount of progress. The last thing to leave is the attachment to the body. Let all the attachments leave first. Attachment to food, attachment to local news, attachment to my neighbors, attachment to my country. Let them all leave. The very last to leave will be that. It will leave only when all of you 100% together long only for God and God alone and God alone and God alone.
So the last attachment?
See, look here. So long as a lady is absolutely obsessed with one lover, she will not bother even if the God of love was to walk on the road. Her mind is so obsessed, it withdraws from everybody while sitting, while going, while meeting him, she is only thinking of him. If only we can do like that, then when it gets completely established, I want nothing but you, nothing but you, nothing but you, hypnotize yourself into thinking it, then the rest of the attachments leave, including the attachment in the body. This is the last to leave. So long as you see, I am striving for God, I am striving for Purushottama. Who is that I? That I is the body is striving. Along with the body you are striving. So the body will be the very, very last to go. The day you cease, I am not there. There is no I. So there is nobody to do anything. I am, see, that comes only to the ultimate jhana, that I am not the body, I am He, or I am that energy. At least you come to the point that I am only the Atma. You need not even think of the Paramatma. Think of that you are an individual soul. Two things. When you think that I am there and body is there, the two things there, and body is my person, I don't want to leave it. So, till that time it will remain. So long as there are two, it will continue. The day when only one is there, then only the Maya will go. That's the last moment. At that time, everybody has. But there are two methods of tackling it. If you believe in an external God, then whenever any Bhaya comes, you call on Him. That He will take away the fear itself. Marana may come, but the fear of it may not be there. So that will be done by Him. So that is one method. The other method is having the ultimate jhana, that I am the soul. I am the soul of all. And I cannot die. What dies is something else. It is only illusion which dies. The after death is an illusion. I was never born. So that to attain it will take a long time.
See, what occurred to me was the question of, okay, the fear of death is there, but prior to that, all throughout life, there is the desire, there is
See,
the
the
motivation.
fear of death is good. If the fear of death is there, oh my Lord, before I die, let the Lord's love, Lord's devotion, let Him be with me, so that He will be the greatest solace who must maybe even be taken away by Marana. So, you are practicing because people forget that they are going to die. That is why we are so nonchalant, we are not bothered about God and anything. We think this world is everything. So the day you get the Marana Bhaya, make it so strong, make it so strong. Every second be aware, oh Lord, when I will die, I do not know. Then our progress will be quicker because we will try to do more and we will be more alert. We will not even sleep when that comes to that.
Is there a relationship between the fear of death and the instinct of self-preservation?
Both are the same. Both are connected. See, you mean by self-preservation, self is need not be preserved, self is always there. When you mean self, you mean only the body. So the body preservation and the body death, they are the same. See, you want body preservation, you don't want the body's death. Both are the same.
Is there such a thing as the eternal self striving to show itself?
The point is the eternal self does nothing. You are that eternal self, but what happens is, that eternal self sits in body. You don't know why. A sort of amnesia, a sort of forgetfulness comes. You forget that I am connected to the eternal self. You think that you are a separate self which belongs to the body. See, why that wrong knowledge came, we do not know. So the entire purpose is to release ourselves from that wrong knowledge. Because of that wrong knowledge, we think we are limited by the body, we think we are attached only to this body, we think we are limited only to one family. So all the limitations have come because of that only. So ultimately it is due to that ignorance. How that ignorance came, why we suddenly, we began to have a wrong conception or wrong perception, we ourselves do not know, nobody knows.
So if one throughout their life, especially in the final stages of their life, experiences like you explained, a deep and profound fear of death, could it be, in a sense, like a gift from God to say, this?
At least now you think of God. On the contrary, what happens? I have myself seen that day. The moment that fear comes, it's very difficult to think of anything else. Your entire mind is gone to, oh Lord, I'm going to die. Your mind is only on death, it doesn't go to the Lord. This is the point. If only it goes, there is nothing like at the last minute, you just think of, I'm going to die now, I want only you. That only a King Parikshit could do, not all. The moment you get a serious illness, your leg has to be amputated. There is a man. Night and day he was thinking of the amputation. He was talking of amputation because he was told 3 weeks earlier it is going to be amputated because of diabetes. I know a number of people because when one part goes bad, you do not even know whether it is going to be the death. It is only a death of a part. Even then your mind doesn't move away from it. If only with that devotion which we have towards that body's that part, if only we can think of him, whose part we are, well, it's over. So it takes only a minute for moksha. So that minute contains such a call, you cannot imagine. We think for 1 second it is a concentration. No, it is a concentration forever and never. The pointer will never move away.
So that being such a strong impulse or incentive, then one should bring death before their
every minute,
yeah,
every
before
second.
their mind.
Think that the Damocles sword is hanging over our head every second. Then that's all that. Pain.
So that's a good point. The lesser, it is severe pain, and the state of mind it puts you in, similar to the fear of death.
Immediately the mind goes to the pain, it reminds me of the pain, it doesn't move away from it. The moment the pain comes, if only you can move it away to the Lord who is the Lord of all pain, the Lord of all pleasures, then it's the best. But the purpose is not served. That's the only point. Why it is not served? Well, it is a long, long conditioning for births and births and births. It is so strong that it has formed a part of your nature. It has gone deep in you. It is almost inherent like. There is a pity. So to remove something, the external, supposing there is a carrot which you have put down below. You are putting some spray. If the spray is not that much, it is only reminds the outside skin. You just scrape the outside skin and you can eat the carrot. But suppose you have put so much, and every day you are putting till it grew, then what happens is almost up to the core, except one small core which is 1/4 inches is left, the entire portion has been lost.
We were talking yesterday about the despondency of Arjuna. The truth is, we have to create that ourselves, like the fear of death or pain of the body as incentives to say you need to
See, the
move
point
higher.
is this. Why should we require something external to get that idea? See, the point is I. So what I would suggest is, instead of trying all these external aids, the internal aid is, well, who am I after all? Am I just like a plant who has been born in this world to live and die? And where does the energy go? What all we have read in physics and chemistry, we think they are all science, they are all true, they have been found true. Then where does it go? Where does it come from? Who am I? So who is the ultimate one? I mean, this body. If not this body, then why am I attached to the body? So let's go further into it so that it can be cut off through the root. When once you go to the root and you take away the root itself, then it won't be there. Otherwise, outside if you take away some portion of the plant, you only cut some of the boughs, it could come back. The root is quite safe again.
See, but then ultimately, will God, will
Now I
the-
am depending only on one thing for my moksha. You know what? On this talk. By going on talking, it becomes a vichara for me. So I depend only on
don't
my
stop,
talk.
don't stop. Absolutely. Good.
So this is the
You're
only
doing a
way.
very good job. It's good sadhana, I could tell. But then, ultimately, one must face the fact, Guru will not create the yearning in you. You must somehow, he'll put you in the
He will
position.
put you in that position. He will again and again give the examples of all, tell you what the scriptures show, what has been the experience of all. Don't go by this path, don't go by this path. He can do a lot, but eating you have to do. Everything people can cook and bring it to your door and keep it there, and you can even take it in your hand and put it in your mouth, but the eating you have to do.
Right.
That is there. The medicine when it is given, others cannot take it. You have to take the medicine. So nobody else.
Return to your hero.
So no God can give you.
No Guru can give you.
No Guru, no God. He cannot come and say, yes, now you think. Supposing we are thinking of Shiva. I am of Shiva. What can Shiva give you? Now you don't want this. You want eternity. And you know this body cannot be eternal. It is made of things which decompose. So what do you expect God to give? You don't expect that He will keep you for 20,000 years in this world. Nobody has lived like that. So what do you expect to give you? He can only give you one to know who you are, by which all the bondage can go. All the bondage can go. The Guru can help, the one who can give you, if you think that God can give you.
But what if Guru does not give you a path? If the Guru only talks about the highest philosophy, but doesn't say this is what you should do.
The point is this. Even if he tells, you are not going to do it unless you want it. So, by telling you what all the other people have told, by telling you, see, the people who have not done it, how the people could reach the highest and all that, he is only indirectly telling you this. He may not tell you what you should do. See, because here there is nothing to be done. See, the point is, there are two methods. One method is because you are so accustomed to do, they give you all methods where you can do. Even the karma kanda is doing only, but that is not going to take you for a long time. Because that only takes away the vasanas of your being selfish, your being looking after your own body or the body of your own children and wife and all that. So it is not going to help because we have been so accustomed to do, so accustomed to the student where the student says, yes, do this, and then he comes and explains to you how it is to be done. We are thinking in that way. It is not that Guru at all here. This Guru works in a subtle manner. He works in a very subtle manner. His being by your side is going to help you.
See, the three sisters overpower you, volume. The only ones I found that can do it. They're triple walk.
There is no use of talking of the different paths to see whether all the paths agree at some point with the other one. No. They will all agree at the end result.
Yes.
So till that time they are all different. So when one path yes, all the people, even though Vedanta has not specifically told it, all the people, all the jnanis, all the saints have told, have reached, yes, you can have both the paths. You can have the bhakti path, you can have this path. Because ultimately, whether you call the God external, internal, He is going to give you the same thing.
But what if you're told the goal, but not the means to attain it?
Because the means and the goal are not different. You go on thinking of the goal, that becomes the means. There is nothing else but it ultimately constant smarana, constant thinking, that's the only thing that is there.
So everything is the mind.
So whatever is being told, you will go on revolving in your mind. That becomes the smarana. Smarana need not be at the point, as I told, first it starts with the entire circumference, because you cannot concentrate on a point. So start with the entire circumference, start with what all has been, you have heard from the Guru, then ultimately it will take you there to the point.
How does one actually effectively contemplate death, bring their death before their mind? Do you think about your transient nature or your eternal nature?
The point is this, for anything, the opposite is the correct third according to the modern.
Sorry.
According to the modern psychology also. If you have got a phobia of fear, how do you remove it? You go and stand daily before the mirror. Now, I am not afraid. I am afraid of the dog. You put 100 dogs. Imagine 100 dogs away. Now, I am just driving them. Every day you say, then the phobia goes away. This is what the modern psychology says. So here also we have said, put the opposite, develop the opposite, you will get it. Don't consider the negative, consider the positive, you will get. So I am afraid of death, think of immortality. The Lord is immortality, the God is immortality. So go on, think of immortality, then mortality will go. Go on, think of purity, purity, purity. Think of purity, all around purity, everything is pure. The breath is pure. I am breathing purity. I am living with purity. All around is purity. Go on thinking of it, you will drive away the impurity. Satyamasmani.
What?
Durvasana, some Shatakam is there, some small book containing some 20, 30 verses. I don't remember some big shop, some great saint has written. In Vidyaranya, some Durvasana, Nirasana Shatakam or something. That is where, how to get rid of the bad vasanas, the bad conditionings. So for that he has put, see, very, very simple, he has put, nothing has been explained. You take away bhaya by getting abhaya. See, fear by fearlessness. Like that he has put a lot of things are good. Some of them are also good there. But provided one takes time to read it and understand. So, but I never read that book because I said, why should I bother about, see, I am reading everywhere. First the Durvasana, then bad conditioning, and then how to remove it. Instead, why should I not concentrate only on things which are good? Then even if you think of one which is good, think of only purity. That purity alone will remove every other bad things. That's all. You think of one, think of the truth, the ultimate truth, that which exists, that which lost, nothing can do in the least deterioration. It remains unchanged. The ultimate truth, then you will reach. Take any one and you will reach all. So why unnecessarily going through the 1,000 things, how to remove the lie, how to remove this, how to remove greed, all these nonsense, and ultimately you can't do a single thing about it. These are all improbable and impossible things, what they have put. It is all theoretical, those fellows have put. I don't think anybody would have undergone all these things and removed these 1,000 things and then written this book.